Welcome to Global Greats, where we explore the lives of history's most compelling figures. Today, we unravel the dramatic rise and fall of Tipu Sultan, the Tiger of Mysore. His reign from 1782 to 1799 was marked by relentless warfare, bold reforms, and fierce resistance to British expansion. Tipu combined his father Hyder Ali's martial legacy with a visionary approach to governance. We'll trace his journey from prince to sultan, his military innovations, and the battles that defined his legacy. Through a balanced lens, we'll examine why Tipu Sultan remains a figure of enduring fascination and debate. Tipu Sultan was born in 1750, the eldest son of Hyder Ali, Mysore's self-made ruler. From childhood, Tipu was rigorously trained in warfare and statecraft, learning from both Indian and European military experts. By 15, he was leading cavalry in battle, gaining first-hand experience against the British and Marathas. These early campaigns taught him the importance of both military prowess and political cunning. When Hyder Ali died in 1782, Tipu's succession was swift. He was already a respected leader, and at 32, Tipu inherited a powerful kingdom and a war with the British. The stage was set for the reign of the Tiger of Mysore. As Sultan, Tipu pressed the Second Anglo-Mysore War with renewed energy, determined to defend his kingdom against British expansion. His leadership inspired his troops, and his innovative tactics on the battlefield set him apart from his contemporaries. He captured the strategic fortress of Bednore, besieged the vital port of Mangalore, and forced the British into the Treaty of Mangalore, the last time an Indian ruler dictated terms to the British. This remarkable achievement sent shockwaves through colonial circles, and demonstrated Tipu's ability to turn the tide of war. Tipu's victories not only boosted his reputation among his own people, but also unsettled his rivals and adversaries. His court celebrated these triumphs, and his name became synonymous with resistance and valor. Yet, Tipu's challenges extended beyond the battlefield. He navigated a complex web of alliances and enmities, facing powerful neighbors like the Marathas and the Nizam, who often shifted allegiances and sometimes sided with the British to counter Mysore's growing influence. To counter these threats, Tipu looked beyond India's borders. He sought alliances abroad, especially with France, hoping to leverage European rivalries to his advantage. He understood that the struggle against the British was part of a larger global contest. Tipu sent envoys to Louis XVI, seeking a Franco-Mysorean alliance that could bring French troops and resources to his cause. However, the outbreak of the French Revolution dashed these hopes, as France became consumed by its own turmoil and could no longer offer meaningful support. Despite these setbacks, the mere possibility of foreign alliances kept the British wary and forced them to remain vigilant. Tipu's diplomatic maneuvers added a new dimension to the conflict, making him a constant source of anxiety for his enemies. Tipu's blend of military skill, strategic foresight, and diplomatic ambition made him a formidable opponent. He was not just a warrior, but a statesman who understood the importance of alliances and negotiation. His struggle was as much about politics as it was about war, and his legacy endures as a symbol of resistance, strategy, and the relentless pursuit of sovereignty in the face of overwhelming odds. Tipu Sultan was not just a warrior, he was an innovator and reformer. His vision for Mysore extended far beyond the battlefield, reaching into the very heart of science, technology, and economic progress. Tipu believed that true strength came from knowledge and advancement, and he worked tirelessly to bring new ideas to his kingdom. He and his father, Hyder Ali, revolutionized rocket warfare, creating iron-cased rockets that terrified British troops and inspired later European designs. These rockets were a marvel of their time, capable of flying farther and with greater accuracy than anything the world had seen before. Their innovation marked a turning point in military technology, and their impact was felt not just in India, but across continents. Tipu's rockets played a decisive role at battles like Palalur, where British forces were caught off guard by the sheer power and unpredictability of Mysore's weaponry. The legacy of these rockets reached as far as the War of 1812, influencing the development of military technology in Europe and America for years to come. Beyond the battlefield, Tipu modernized Mysore's economy, founding state industries, promoting silk production, and reforming currency. He encouraged artisans and craftsmen, introduced new agricultural techniques, and invested in infrastructure to boost productivity. His policies helped Mysore become a center of innovation and trade. He established state trading houses and attempted to build a navy to challenge European dominance. Tipu understood the importance of maritime power and sought to protect Mysore's interests on the high seas, envisioning a fleet that could rival those of the colonial powers. By controlling trade and key exports, Tipu aimed to make Mysore economically self-sufficient. He negotiated directly with foreign merchants, bypassing colonial middlemen, and sought new markets for Mysore's goods. His economic strategies were bold and forward-thinking, designed to secure prosperity for his people. His reforms funded his military and strengthened his state against foreign threats. The wealth generated from trade and industry allowed Tipu to maintain a well-equipped army and build formidable defenses, ensuring Mysore could stand strong in the face of invasion. Tipu's vision was of a powerful, independent Mysore, modern, prosperous, and defiant. His legacy as an innovator and economic strategist continues to inspire, reminding us that true greatness lies in the courage to imagine and create a better future. Tipu Sultan's greatest challenge emerged during the Third Anglo-Mysore War, a conflict ignited by his bold attack on the Kingdom of Travancore. This move was not just a military maneuver, but a statement of defiance against British expansion in southern India. The British East India Company, alarmed by Tipu's growing power, quickly forged a formidable alliance with the Marathas and the Nizam of Hyderabad, determined to curb Mysore's influence. Together, these forces encircled Mysore from all sides, launching a coordinated campaign that put immense pressure on Tipu's armies and resources. The scale of the invasion was unprecedented, with multiple armies converging on Mysore's heartland, threatening its very survival. Despite his tactical brilliance and several early victories, Tipu was eventually overwhelmed. After months of fierce fighting and a relentless siege at Seringapatam in 1792, his forces, exhausted and outnumbered, were compelled to surrender. The resulting Treaty of Seringapatam was devastating for Mysore. Tipu was forced to cede half of his kingdom's territory, pay a crippling indemnity, and, as a guarantee of his compliance, surrender two of his young sons as hostages to the British, a deeply personal and political blow. Though humiliated, Tipu Sultan refused to accept defeat. He began rebuilding his army and fortifications, and sought powerful new allies. Reaching out to revolutionary France and even Napoleon Bonaparte, Tipu hoped to form a coalition strong enough to challenge British supremacy in India. However, British intelligence intercepted his diplomatic correspondence, providing Lord Wellesley, the ambitious Governor-General, with the justification he needed to declare a final, decisive war against Mysore. The Fourth Anglo-Mysore War now loomed on the horizon, a conflict that would ultimately determine the fate of Tipu Sultan and the future of his kingdom. Tipu's fierce resistance and unyielding spirit delayed British domination, inspiring his people and striking fear into his enemies. Yet, with each passing day, the odds against him grew heavier, as British forces tightened their grip. As dawn broke over the fort of Seringapatam, both armies prepared for a final, decisive confrontation, one that would echo through the history of India. In 1799, the British launched a massive two-pronged assault on Mysore. Tipu's forces, outnumbered and outmaneuvered, retreated to Seringapatam. The British laid siege, bombarding the fortress for weeks and breaching its walls. On May 4th, British troops stormed the city. Tipu fought bravely, refusing to surrender. He was killed in the chaos, marking the end of Mysore's independence. The city was sacked, Tipu's treasures looted, and his body buried with honors beside his father. The fall of Seringapatam cemented British supremacy in southern India. Tipu's death ended a chapter of fierce resistance. His legacy, however, would outlive the empire that defeated him. Tipu Sultan's death was a turning point in Indian history. The British portrayed him as a tyrant to justify their conquest, emphasizing his harshness in war. Yet Indian nationalists later celebrated him as a pioneering freedom fighter and modernizer. Tipu's innovations, resistance, and martyrdom became symbols of anti-colonial struggle. Today, his legacy is hotly debated, hero to some, villain to others. The truth lies between. Tipu was a complex, ambitious ruler shaped by a violent era. His defiance delayed British conquest and inspired generations. The Tiger of Mysore remains a symbol of both controversy and courage. Tipu Sultan's life was a saga of ambition, innovation, and resistance. His military and economic reforms left a lasting mark on Mysore and beyond. His defeat paved the way for British dominance, but his legacy endures in Indian memory. Tipu's story challenges us to reconsider the complexities of power, resistance, and legacy. What if Tipu had succeeded? How different might India and the world be today?